Hey everyone, Sky here to discuss Goosebumps 2, Haunted Halloween, starring Wendy McLinden Covey, forgive me if I said that middle one wrong, Madison Eisman, Jeremy Ray Taylor, Khalil Harris, Ken Jeong, Chris Parnell, and Jack Black, barely, and I'll talk about why in a second, and directed by Ari Sandel. And I just brought up Jack Black. Now, why did he barely show up for this movie? I'm going to just spoil it at this point. He barely shows up at the end, and I'm going to put the blame on one particular movie, for example. Which I did see. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't a great movie, but I kind of wish Jack Black would spend more time on this set than that other set. So, let's just get right into this movie. The opening score kind of bugged me half to death because I thought we were going to watch the same movie as the last one, and that's a real bad sign from the start. In a small town in New York, Sarah, played by Madison Eisman, who I've seen recently last year in, works on her homework until Tyler sneaks into Sarah's room until Kathy, played by Wendy McLinden Covey, with her brother Sonny, played by Jeremy Ray Taylor, who I've seen from the recent of this version of. That's right, the one that I reviewed last year. And catches her, and Sonny texts his friend Sam, played by Khalil Harris, about how busted Sarah is. And Sam and Sonny have a company called Junk Brothers, which is where they dig through the treasure chests. And this is going to all over the place, and it's driving me crazy. There's a store clerk named Walter, played by Chris Parnell, who's in love with Kathy and will become a monster later in the film. Beforehand, we get introduced to a neighbor, Mr. Chu, played by Ken Jeong, who annoys usually the heck out of me. And I've seen a lot of Ken Jeong, and he makes me think of The Hangover, so I won't talk about that now. Sonny and Sam, as they go through the house of a man who I've been waiting for this whole movie to see, R.L. Stine, returned by Jack Black, because they find a book, and guess who's in it? Slappy the Dummy. And I thought he was going to be a cameo in this movie, but he's again the antagonist in this movie, and still telling bad jokes. Just, ugh. I don't like Slappy this time. He's just too annoying. At one point, after Slappy comes alive again, Sarah goes to a concert to find out her boyfriend Tyler is cheating on her, and Slappy overhears her complaining to Sonny and Sam about him, while Sonny electrocutes the classroom, and Slappy wants a family and a mother because Stine as a father was not good enough after the events of the first movie, and Slappy's plot doesn't make any sense to me, in my opinion. It's Halloween night, and Sonny, Sam, and Sarah almost throw out Slappy, but Slappy has his ways of returning to them, and goes into the store Walter manages and releases all of the other Goosebumps stories in one book called Haunted Halloween, and gets all the monsters out. Just felt kind of bad, like a headache would do. And what do Sonny, Sam, and Sarah go to? Someone who stole the book from Sonny and Sam earlier in the film, named Tommy, which is the book of Haunted Halloween. Oh, wait, I already said. Sonny, Sam, and Sarah go to Tommy's grandmother's house, and Sonny and Sam go inside and fight some gummy bears. I don't know, they're fighting gummy bears. It's a little obnoxious. Sarah makes a call earlier in the film trying to catch R.L. Stine, and he gets the message and comes to the rescue. That's when we get the audience. We, the audience, see Jack Black as R.L. Stine again. When they get attacked, they get sucked back into the book, and Kathy gets captured by a giant spider balloon who works for Slappy. When Sonny, Sam, and Sarah are in Mr. Chu's house, and he's disguising them as monsters, and they get to a tower where Slappy gets his revenge, almost. In the book of R.L. Stine and a mother, Sarah, while Sonny and Sam turn off the tower, gets Slappy, and the sky puts every other Goosebumps character back into the book, which leads to the ending I'm not too happy about, in which Slappy writes a book of his own and R.L. Stine is the main character and sucks him into the book. I was upset by that ending because it was way too insulting for me. Like, now we have a part 3 where it's called Slappy's Revenge. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 4.7 out of 10. This may be the weakest Jack Black has ever made, and I like a lot of his movies, but here I was disappointed and I'm disappointed in the house with the clock on its walls was a little better than this. Go figure. Slappy's story doesn't make sense, and this is not as fun as its predecessor. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining me for Goosebumps, and until next time, have a happy Halloween!